It's the NOFOMO Podcast. Where futures get real, we ain't missing deals. Real traders, no frills. It's the NOFOMO Podcast. Get your money right, investing overnight, working markets for a price. The NOFOMO Podcast. Authentic conversations, real traders, real markets, and a no-nonsense breakdown on the world markets.
I was willing to put in the work to see.
Markets.
Guys, what's happening? We are back with another episode of the NOFOMO Podcast, man. And we got a special guest on the line today. What is happening, Miss Darlene, the entrepreneur?
Hey, everybody.
It's good to have you, man. I was checking out your page, seeing you doing your thing. I see you getting into the trading space and making a name for yourself and building. I said, hey, I got to get to know you. What's going on? So for the people who don't know who Miss Darlene is outside of trading, can you break it down for them?
Yeah, I'll try not to be too long-winded. Who I am now, as of the last 10 years, is I'm an entrepreneur, full-time entrepreneur. One day I decided that I didn't want to work for anybody anymore, and I took matters into my own hands. I got my license to do hair professionally, and I started full-time. I haven't seen a W-2 since 2020.
Ah, wow.
So full-time entrepreneurship. And now I'm just looking for ways to make my money work for me, because anybody who knows about doing hair, it's very hard on your body. And I can't do it for very long. So I'm already trying to plan my exit early. So that way, long before my body gives up on me, I have my way out. Which is why I decided to learn how to day trade, just so I can try to make my money do switch, you know? And,
Right.
I've been learning for just over a year and a half at this point. And, I'm not profitable yet, as I told you,
Mhm.
but I love trading. I really love it.
Man, that's what's up. So you're a hairstylist by profession.
Yes, I am.
How did you first stumble into trading?
Actually, I heard about it from one of my clients, and when she talked to me about it, it sounded so foreign to me, and I'm like, this sounds like a scam. But this was this was years ago.
Yeah.
But then, like right around the time of the I want to say the pandemic, like maybe like 2019. Have you ever heard of Aristotle Investments?
Yeah.
Okay, so I saw him on Earn Your Leisure. I don't know
Okay.
if you,
Yeah.
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 So I saw him on there, and he's in there and he's showing them his phone, and he's like, yeah, I'm up 5K right now. And it's like, wait a minute, I heard about this before,
Right.
but he looks like he's actually doing this. So I started following him, and I was on the sidelines, like learning for years, because I thought that I needed $2,000 to $5,000 to even start trading.
Right.
So I was just sitting on the sidelines doing a lot of research, but not getting any firsthand experience. And I wish I had started way earlier.
Mm-hmm.
But another client of mine a year and a half ago, a guy, I braid his hair, he started talking to me about trading, and he's looking at me and he's like, you don't know what I'm talking about, do you? And I was like, I actually do know what he's talking about. And he's like, so why don't you trade? I'm like, I don't know. You were like, well, let's start together. I'm like, cool, let's do it. So he's actually the reason that I opened up a paper trading account and took my first trade.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what made you think that this could actually change my life?
Well, one, because I'm an entrepreneur already.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things, like I said, I thought it was a scam initially, but you hear that it's gambling and you hear all these things, these negative things about day trading.
Mm-hmm.
But because I'm an entrepreneur already, and I kind of understand what it's like I understand the other side of people like having a mentor or paying for a course and feeling like they didn't get anything out of it or it didn't work for them. I know what that's like, but I also know that because I've experienced it, that I'm the kind of person that I understand that when somebody teaches you something, it's on you to take that knowledge and do something with it. They can't do it for you. So because I knew what kind of person I was, I didn't know for sure that trading could make me rich or change my life, but I just knew that I was willing to put in the work to see.
Right.
And I don't know anything else that would give me such a high return on my investment.
Mm.
So I decided to put the time into it.
And like you've expressed, I've heard you express both on your page and both when we're speaking that you have this passion and love for the charts. So did you get into trading because of the love for the charts or because you wanted more freedom?
I got into it because I wanted more freedom,
Mm-hmm.
for sure. That was first and foremost. I didn't realize that I loved the charts until I started to trade.
Mm.
Because like I said, when I was sitting on the sidelines and just doing research, but not actually trading, I didn't know if I would like it. Because it's like you're learning a brand new language. It's all foreign, these Japanese candlesticks. I'm like, what is this?
Mm-hmm.
But now that I'm into it, and I'm a puzzle girl. I
Mm-hmm.
love puzzles. And once I got into it and I realized it's not, yes, it's numbers, but it's pattern recognition.
Right.
And I love that part of it. I really do love that part of it.
And like, what did you think trading was going to be before you started, and what did you quickly realize?
Uh, I thought it was going to be a quick way to make money.
Yep, we all do.
But I quickly realized that, and it's all of the things that you hear people say when you get into trading that you just think like, oh, I can't be that bad. It can't be that hard, or it's not going to be me. I'm not going to go through that and blah, blah, blah. Or these things that you hear people say. And it's like, that doesn't sound right. Like
Mm,
one of them is you can't be attached to your P&L. You have to be attached to your system. You have to be attached to your rule. Um, so after I realized that it wasn't a quick way to get rich, I realized that I have to build a system, and I really do have to. I had to care more about my system than I care about the money.
right,
And
right.
it took me a long time to not care about the money. I still care about the money, but my relationship with my P&L has changed a lot over the last year and a half.
So like I wanted to touch on entrepreneurship and the hustle.
Hmm.
You've already been an entrepreneur for some time behind the chair as a hairstylist. How has
Hmm.
owning your own business prepared you for trading?
Um, it just understand what it's like already to not have somebody dictate your day.
Hmm.
Um, as far as like waking up on time, um, putting in the work outside of actual trading, um, chart time, watching videos, back testing, journaling, all this work that nobody's forcing me to do.
Hmm.
Nobody's making me do this. The
Right.
same way with my job. Nobody is forcing me to do anything. Everything is my choice. So once I got into it and I realized that it was going to be a lot of work, uh, as I mentioned earlier, because I've already tested myself in that way. And I know that I can, I have the ability to do it without someone holding my hand. So entrepreneurship just really taught me that, I don't need anybody around me to motivate me. I'm very good at making the schedule for myself and sticking to it because I've had no choice for the last 6 years. Um, yeah, I have to be a self starter. I don't have a choice. There is no plan B.
Hmm. So like since you've been doing it for a bit now, you've been a hairstylist for what, about 6 years?
Yeah.
And consistently for 6 years, and you've been trading for about a year and a half. Tell
Right.
me what's harder, running your own salon business or becoming consistently profitable in trading?
Becoming consistently profitable in trading by
Mm.
far. By far. Because especially, I'm not gonna say my age, but I'm not young.
Yeah.
And I have to unlearn a lot of things. I almost feel like it would be easier if I was younger because I feel like your brain is more malleable when you're younger. But I'm not completely set in my ways, but there are certain ways that I am that it's a lot for me to backpedal on. You know what
Wow.
I mean? So I'm having to become a different person. I didn't have to become a different person
Right.
to be an entrepreneur, but to be a good trader, I had to unlearn a lot of things. I have to create a lot of new habits that I haven't flexed muscles that I haven't flexed before. So it's much harder.
Yeah. Yeah. And like, how do you balance appointments, family, and trying to study the charts?
It's a lot. So my partner is also an entrepreneur.
Okay.
We have two small kids. We both work from home.
Mhm.
So he works during the day while I have the kids. Then when he's done working, he has the kids and I work.
Mm.
And then chart time just has to come at night. Um, like when I first started, I did a 6-week boot camp with there's another creator. Her name is Sierra Aaliyah. I don't know if you know who she is. I did her 6-week boot camp and it just so happened to work out that it was all at night.
Mm.
So once I was done working, I was able to attend those classes. And then weekends. I work on weekends too. I work 10 hours a day, Saturday and Sunday. But it was just nights. It was whenever I had time really because it was important to me. It was important to me. So whenever I could fit it in, I fit it in. But then I would say after her boot camp and I really started to trade more seriously
Mhm.
because I felt like I had a better foundation of knowledge. After that, it just became an obsession. And every free moment I had, I was on the charts. Every free moment I had, I was on the charts. It was
Yeah.
crazy. I didn't have to try to fit it in. Like I had to
Right.
try to get it away.
Yeah. Yeah. And typically, I feel like the people who become obsessed are people who prevail in
Yeah.
trading, because you have to become somewhat obsessed to actually be able to digest all the information that you have to intake to get some type of clarity on what you're looking at on a regular basis.
How long
So
have you been trading?
I've been trading for about coming up on almost 6 years now.
Okay.
Yeah. And I would say this past year was the year that I hit consistency. I could see it, the consistency and everything. So it's like I'm in a build phase now, so it's
Mm,
no problem for me to gain a funded account and get to a payout. It's just being able to weigh out the times when it's the least profitable for me to trade versus when it's the most profitable. Because since I've been doing it for a few years now, I understand certain parts of the year when you can go hard, and certain parts of the
right.
year when you typically scale out because things back off.
Right.
Like, I know during between like October to January is a tough time because the volatility slows down, and you have a lot of traders take breaks because that's family time. You got the
Right.
holidays. So most of the bigger traders step out of the game, and that volatility is not there. So when you're looking for a trade to play out on a much larger scale, it's kind of hard to get that play because the volatility is not there to actually push it.
Right. Right.
So
Well,
yeah,
congratulations
for
for this
sure.
so far.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. And like, have you ever had to choose between taking a client or taking a trade?
No. No.
Right.
Because again, I have a different level of responsibility.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I have a household, I have children. Like I just can't. Trading is not paying me consistently.
Right.
Doing hair is paying me consistently. That's
Right.
always going to come first until it doesn't. But
Right.
right now, I know better. I'm old
Right.
enough to know better.
And like, can you explain what a typical day looks like for you?
um, so I wake up in the morning. I feed my kids, and once I get them their food, I pull up my chart and I
Mm.
start marking out my level. Um, and then I have to take my son to his class, and I have to drop him off by 9, and it takes me about 20 minutes to get home. So I get home right before the market opens, and then I'm looking. I'm on the charts by 9:30, sometimes a little bit after, depending on when I get home.
Mm.
And I try to take a trade somewhere between 9:30 and 11 a.m. and then be done with it for the day. Sometimes actually 10:30. I'm
Okay.
not on the charts for a very long time. I used to be, but now I'm getting to a point where I know that less is more.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not trying to stay on the charts for longer than that. And then win or loss, I journal my trade after the session is over. And that's pretty much it now in terms of trading. And then after that, like I said, I start doing here somewhere around 4 in the afternoon. And sometimes I'm done by 8. Sometimes I'm going until 10 p.m. Sometimes I get to put my kids to sleep. Sometimes he has to put the kids to sleep. It
Right.
really just depends. And like I said, because we're both entrepreneurs, we just figure it out.
Mm. And you are already running a business as a hairstylist.
Hmm.
So I wanted to talk about your work-life balance and chasing the financial freedom. So like, how do you find time to study the charts and improve as a trader? Because I did run across one of your posts where you were explaining to single moms or people who feel like they don't have the time to actually trade, it is possible. And I wanted you to touch on that because a lot of people feel like they don't have the time to be able to digest this information and be able to do it. So how are you doing it?
Well, like I said, I do most of it at night.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I don't have to study as hard as I did in the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
but in the beginning, it was just I did everything at night. Sometimes I would be up really late. Sometimes I would fall asleep at the computer.
Mm-hmm.
It, but again, this is not something that somebody is forcing you to do.
Right.
So if you don't want it, you're not gonna make time for it. But if you
Right.
do, then you will. Like nothing is gonna stop you if you want it bad enough. And I think that's what it was for me. I just wanted it bad enough. There saying that I didn't have time, it just became an excuse.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And again, I'm getting older. I don't have time for excuses.
Right.
So um just find pockets. And another thing too that I think is also very important that did discourage me a little bit in the beginning, especially with social media and people saying like, "Oh, I became profitable in 6 months," or "I became profitable in 3 months," which was crazy. But because I was so new and I didn't know any better, I expected to be one of those people. So when I got like to my 6 month mark, I almost crashed out because
Yeah.
it wasn't going well for me. And
Yep.
that's enough to make you
Yep.
want to quit. But now here I am a year after the crash out, and it's like, what am I rushing for?
Mm-hmm.
So even if you don't have time to cram all this information in every night, take your time.
Right.
There's no need to rush, especially if you already have an income source. There's no need to rush. So I'm just
Right.
whenever you can fit it in, fit it in. But where we running to, we don't have to run.
And you have to think about the fact that, if you are going to be whatever the case, for whatever profession, if you go to school for it, it's going to take you at least 4 years.
Right.
You
Yeah.
can't expect to come into trading and expect you to be a professional that knows everything within the first year. So
Mhm.
it's
Yeah.
gonna take you, it's gonna be like going to school and actually getting a degree, because you digesting all that information to be able to build a business off of. So you have to
Right.
take it that way. Have you ever
Yeah. And I understand that now, but I didn't understand that at
Right,
first.
right. And that's I see that that's a lot. It's a lot of new traders run into that. They
Mhm.
feel like, oh, I should be able to get this within 3-6 months, and I should be able to make a whole lot of money. And that's what everybody wants, but that's not the reality of what it is when you come into the space. And you
Mhm.
have to build that passion for it like you have. And
Mhm.
I think that's been your guiding light along your footsteps, is the fact that you fell in love with the process.
Right. You have to, because it'll drive you crazy otherwise.
Right, right. Have you ever found yourself doing things like checking charts between hair appointments?
No, not
No?
between your appointments.
Yeah.
Just 'cause my job is I'm using my hands,
Okay.
and
Right.
I'm not a break taker. I'm a worker bee. Once I start an appointment, it could be an 8-hour appointment. They gotta have to ask me for a break because I'm not taking a break.
You going hard.
I'm going hard. That's
Yeah.
just how I am.
Yeah.
So once I start work, it's work. It actually helps me, if I'm being honest, because let's say I had a bad day on the
Mm,
charts. Somebody who doesn't have anything to do with their time, that's gonna fester and it's gonna bother them.
mm.
I have no choice but to forget about it because my job is customer facing.
Right.
I can't be in here touching on people with an attitude. Like I have to adjust that.
Mm.
So it actually helps me to forget about the day, especially if it was a bad trading day.
Yeah.
My job actually helps me a lot.
Yeah. That's good, because
Yeah.
you need distractions.
Mhm.
And when you get so obsessed with the chart, and you always wanting to look at your phone, you always want to look at what's going on with the chart, or plan out the next day, or you waiting for the market to open back up, and it could cause a bit of anxiety or antsiness, in the process. And when you have something to completely take your mind off of it, it helps you to balance out more when you actually sit down to focus on it.
Yeah. I couldn't imagine not having anything else to do. I couldn't imagine not having anything else.
Right. So like what's been the biggest challenge that you feel that you've had trying to build a second career while actually running your first one?
Mm, I can't think of any really because I I adjust. At first I thought the biggest problem was going to be because I started out trading options. So I thought the biggest problem for me was going to be the hours that I had to trade.
Hmm. Do you
Because of
trade
course
futures
you can
now?
only I trade futures now because in the beginning when I was learning and I wanted that live chart time, obviously I'm only getting that for a certain period of the day with the stock market. But instead of me letting that deter me, when I've heard about futures and I was a little apprehensive about switching over because I hadn't heard much about it and everybody that I was locked in with was trading options.
Hmm.
So I wasn't sure about it, but because again, I wasn't letting anything deter me and I wanted that live chart time, I switched to futures because it was 23 hours a day. Um, so I just pivot. Like if if something doesn't fit, but I want it bad enough, I just pivot. I'm gonna find a way.
And so tell me, what keeps you motivated on the days when you're mentally drained from work, but
Hmm.
you know that you need to study?
I know what's on the other side,
Mm,
and like I mentioned before, um, I don't know anything else that I can put my time into that would give me this much of a return on my
real,
investment.
real.
I don't know anything else, and also I, as I said before, like I'm a hustler, I'm a worker bee. I work really hard. I've been working hard for as long as I can remember. I had my first job at 14, but I don't want to work anymore. I
Mm.
don't want to start another business.
Right.
I don't want more busy work. I want to slow down, and I don't know anything else that I can do that will give me as much free time as trading can give me
Mm.
once I get it right.
Right.
So however long it takes me to figure it out, I'm just gonna figure it out because unless I find another way. But as of right now, this is the way for me.
Right. And if trading eventually gives you freedom you're chasing, what does
Mhm.
that life look like for you?
Uh, I have kids, small kids, and right now they're not like in school or they don't have any like after school activities or sports or anything like that. But I know those things are coming. And I don't want us to be in a position where it's like one parent can go, but both parents can't go. I want our lives to be set up in a way where we can do whatever we need to do for our kids. There's no problems financially. There's no time constraints because of our jobs. Um, so that's one. Two, again, I like to use my hands. I tried before, and this may not be typical, but I'm really looking forward to like gardening.
Mm.
And
Word
like
up.
eventually, I think that's probably going to be another one of my hustles is to
Yeah.
be like at a farmer's market every Saturday. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
making jellies and jams and stuff. I don't know, like real, like just.
I dig it though. I dig it.
I'm just
Yeah.
looking forward to slowing down. I just
Yeah.
want to slow down.
Right.
I'm not young. I'm not looking for a turn up. I don't need a Lamborghini. I don't need none of that. I want
Yeah.
my life to be calm,
Yeah.
very calm.
I dig that. I dig that for real because for me it's just about being able to live a comfortable life with my family. That's bottom line.
Hmm.
That's all it is. I don't give a damn about no Lambo. I don't give a damn about no giant mansion or stunting or big chains and all that. It's just about making life comfortable for my family. So that my kids don't have to worry about it.
Exactly. That's the main thing. Now, if I didn't
Right.
have kids, my priorities might be different, but I
Right.
do.
Right.
So those are my priorities.
So as a hairstylist, your income is directly tied to your hours that you work. Was that one of the reasons that trading appealed to you? Of course, you said freedom is the main point.
Hmm.
So you want to break away from having to give up that time for that doing that manual work.
Absolutely. 100%. The time. And like I was saying, it's really hard on your body in ways that people can't understand.
Mm,
Like I do a lot of different styles and I work with black hair.
right,
It's hard on my hands.
right.
It's not a problem now, but I can tell that eventually it will be a problem.
Wow. Do you
So I'm
feel like
trying to
you would
get
get to the
ahead of
point to
that.
where you like carpal tunnel or something would be an issue?
Oh, 100%,
Yeah,
100%.
yeah.
And I know people who do hair and have been doing hair for years, and carpal tunnel is a problem, but
Mm.
they haven't worked towards what they were going to do after hair. So now
Wow. So
they
they're
have
starting
to
to hit a
work through
wall.
it.
Yep.
They have to work through it until they find a way. I'm trying to find a way now.
Wow.
So
Nice.
that hopefully I don't even run into that. I can be out before that becomes a problem. I'm just saying it's like foresight. You know what I mean? I'm
Right,
just trying to
right.
find a way out before I need a way out.
I dig that. I dig that. What's something being an entrepreneur taught you that actually has helped you along your trading journey? Anything
Mm,
specific?
um, I think it's the
Mm,
10,000 hour rule or something like that. I don't know exactly how it goes, but
right.
it taught me that you had to be, well, not even entrepreneurship, just everything I've done in my life.
Mhm,
Um, you had to be willing to be bad at things
mhm,
and still do them anyway while
mm,
you're bad at them to eventually be good at them.
right.
And as uncomfortable as it is, And sometimes scary as it is to start something new, you can't be good at it. You can't master anything if you're not bad first. But I know a lot of people who are scared to try things, or if they do try things, once they realize that they're really bad at it, it's like, okay, this is not for me. But entrepreneurship taught me that if you want it bad enough, you're gonna stick around until it is for you.
Yeah. Yeah. And
That's really it.
which requires more patience, building a clientele or building consistency in trading?
Um, it's like different types of patience.
Right.
So
Right.
I don't know if I'll say which one requires more. Um, I would say they both require patience, but the patience required for trading is harder because it's internal.
Yeah.
It's internal work. It's
Yeah.
like it's work you have to do on your brain.
Mm.
Like building a clientele required patience, but it was just like busy work. It was
Mm.
like creating flyers
Right.
and finding
Right.
people in my area and sending out DMs. It was just a lot of busy work, and the return didn't come quickly. It
Mm.
came slowly, but it was
Right.
really just busy work. And I don't mind busy work. I can do that all day. But
Mm.
training your brain to be patient on a chart, I don't have no hair, but if I did, I probably would have pulled it out. Like I've been in trades or I've been watching the chart and I really had to like do this.
Mm.
Like don't get in the trade. Don't get in the trade.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
have to do that now,
Yeah.
but I really had to find ways to trick myself into waiting,
Yeah. Yeah.
even though I know that I shouldn't be getting in here. I know that. But to stop my fingers from doing it, like I would physically have to like stop myself, like literally sit on my hands. That was really, really tough. Thank God I'm not like that anymore. I'm reformed.
Right.
But it was hard. It was really hard.
Yeah. Say, man, look out. If you're serious about trading futures, but you're tired of risking your entire personal account trying to level up, then you need to go check out Halcyon Trader Funding. Look, one of the biggest challenges that traders face isn't just strategy, it's capital. That's why I partner with them. They're giving traders the opportunity to get funded, trade real accounts, and actually scale without needing a massive amount of personal funds right up front. And what I personally like about Halcyon is they understand traders. They know that consistency matters more than gambling. They know that discipline matters more than hype. That's what I talk about here on the NOFOMO channel every single episode. So, if you've been grinding, putting in the chart time, working on your psychology, and you're ready for that next level, go check them out. That's over at Halcyon Trader Funding. And when you sign up, use my code NOFOMO. That's NOFOMO for a discount. Again, that code NOFOMO, man. Over at Halcyon Trader Funding. Now, let's get back to the episode. And I had to learn, for me to work around that, I had to learn how to use features like locking my account. So I know during certain time windows I shouldn't be in a trade at all, trying to attempt to take a trade. So I would just set my account to lock during a certain time, and then if I hit a certain amount of losses, the account will lock and won't open to the next trading day. And those type of things help you to fight your impulses. You lose too much too fast, then you need to sit your ass down. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Wait till the next,
Yes.
Quit trying to get it back, live the trade another day.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a daily lock limit set now. I think I more so went through that before I locked in on a strategy, which I'm locked in on a strategy now. But before I was strategy hopping.
Mm-hmm.
So if I just saw an impulse in one direction before I took any trade, I would totally forget my trading plan. Like, oh, the market going up, we getting in there.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't do that no more though.
yeah, yeah.
I've worked on that.
And I think that when you starting out, it's good to strategy hop because
Yeah.
you have to find your way. And your what your style ultimately ends up being is a mixture of a few different strategies that you've ran across over the couple of years, and then you make it into your
Hmm.
own. I think everybody starts out just kind of strategy hopping, figuring out, testing this out, testing that out. You want to take a few months with each one, and then in the end, you take the little bit that you need from each one that fits around your trading style, what you like, and then you build your
Hmm.
own system.
Yep. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's exactly what happened. I took pieces from everybody, and I thought the same way. I've never said it out loud because I know you. I see content all the time about people saying stop strategy hopping. But after this year and a half, I'm like, that's necessary. It's
Yes. It's
necessary
very
in the beginning.
necessary. Very
Yeah.
necessary. Because you have to find yourself. It's no different than a child coming into themselves and figuring out their personality and what they like.
Hmm.
Yeah. And
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 what's
like let's
easy for you to see? What can you see easy?
hmm. Right, right. And like I wanted to jump a little deeper into your trading journey. Where
Mhm.
would you say that you currently are in your trading journey?
Refining my strategy.
Hmm.
Um,
Okay.
I like my entry model, I guess, is consistent, but I it's kind of like you mentioned earlier. I'm trying to pinpoint like so it's based around levels of liquidity, and I'm trying to figure out like which levels hold higher weight or which levels are more important than others. You know what I mean? And I
Hmm.
guess that's what I'm trying to figure out now, just by taking trades and journaling them and figuring out um, which levels are higher probability than others. So really just refinement. Like I said, I'm done strategy hopping. I pulled all the pieces that I want from all the strategies that I've tried. So I'm always looking for the same thing, but I'm just trying to refine which levels are gonna be my bread and butter, if that makes sense.
Word
Um,
up.
but all the and like I said before too, I'm not so much focused on my P&L anymore. And I realized that the other day, so when I was an overtrader, I asked my boyfriend to set an alarm on his phone so he can ask me about how my trading session went every day to make sure I wasn't overtrading.
Hmm.
So he asked me, I want to say like last week, his alarm went off. He was like, "Did you trade?" I said, "Yeah, I took a trade." He said, "Did you win?" I said, "Yeah." And he was like, "Well, that's a good thing, right?" And I said, "Hmm." And he's like, "Says winning money not a good thing."
Yeah.
And I told him like because I've won a lot.
Yeah.
It's not hard to win money in trading. It's not
Right.
hard at all.
Right.
But
The
it's
hard part.
just as easy, if not easier, to give it back.
Right. Right.
So I told him like I'm not really as excited about the wins anymore as I am excited about like did I follow my rules? Did I wait for my entry? Did I wait for the pullback? Did I not overmanage the trade? Like I'm at the point in my journey where that stuff matters more to me than winning.
That's real growth right there. And
Yeah, it
yeah,
is.
yeah, because you more focus when you start focusing on the process over the money, the success is right around the corner.
Yeah, I can feel that.
Yeah.
Even though it's not here yet,
Yeah.
I can feel that. I
Right.
know it's coming.
Right.
I was talking to him too. I've been talking to him differently. And he like, you must have made some money that you ain't told me about. I said, no, I ain't made no money yet, but it's coming.
So you talking different, yo.
Talking real different.
Yeah, yeah. So what is the biggest lesson that the market has taught you so far?
um, that all the things that I thought I wasn't, I was. I I was greedy. I am greedy. I am impatient. You know, all the
Greed
things that
is a
they say
human
you
emotion.
can't be.
Yeah.
Huh?
Greed is a human emotion. It's
Yeah.
it's natural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, all the things that people say that you can't be, and me being ignorant, thinking like, oh, I like it's not gonna be a problem for me. That's fine. I'm not greedy. I'm not impatient. That's cool. It's fine. I'm
Yeah.
all of those things, and it's bad too. It's bad. But now I'm learning that I can I can evolve.
Hmm.
Just be or not, like you said, it's a human emotion, so it's not even that I've evolved past feeling those things, but I can evolve in the way that I react to those things,
Mm-hmm.
and I have evolved. So it's just taught me, I guess what I already knew, that I'm open to change.
Word
I
up.
am willing to change, no matter if it is hard. Just because it's hard doesn't mean it's impossible. It just means it may take me a little bit longer. So
Mm.
once I realized that it was gonna take me a litall bit longer, I just like, all right, well, buckle up and get ready for the ride because we're not getting off this train. As long as it takes, that's how long it's gonna take.
And like what is one habit that you've changed recently that made you a better trader? And what helped you to come into that one habit?
Mm. um, Taking one trade a day. I used to be a habitual overtrader, but now I'm used to taking one trade a day. What helped me come into that habit was I was losing so much. I
Mhm.
was losing so much. I'm talking about I've never had a winning streak as long as my losing streak. I was losing a lot.
Wow.
And I got so numb
Hmm.
that I didn't even care. Now at this point I was paper trading.
Right. Right.
Um because I wasn't trying to lose any evals or anything. But so when I was going through that, I went back to paper trading, and I had gotten so used to losing that I don't know, but I was just numb. It was easy for me to take one trade a day because it's like I'm gonna lose anyway.
Mm.
Like it
Damn.
don't even matter. Right. It was bad. It was a bad place to be in. But um even when I was doing that, I still hadn't locked in on the strategy. But one day I woke up and, you know, earlier you asked me what does a day look like for me? And like I told you, I wake up, I feed my kids, and then I get on the charts.
Hmm.
And it was one morning I woke up and I started thinking about trading the way that I always do. And I asked myself, what's the plan for the day?
Mm.
And I decided in that moment, it's like, I'm really tired of waking up and trying to figure out what the plan is. I should have a plan already. And it should be the same every day.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I mean,
Right.
obviously my plan changes based off of what the market is giving, but I'm saying like my rules should be the same. I don't want to keep thinking about this. I don't want to stay on this hamster wheel. I was just really getting fed up with being on that hamster wheel of not doing the same thing every day. So that day I decided this is the strategy that I'm using. This is what I'm sticking with. I'm doing this every day. And
Mm.
then because I had went through that long streak of losses and I got used to taking one trade. And then after that, that's when I decided my strategy. So that coupled with me only taking one trade a day and sticking to that one strategy, everything started changing.
Mm. That's dope.
And this is all within like the past 2 or 3 months.
Wow. Wow. And that brings me to the next question that I was going to ask you about because all of this relates back to having more patience, and you speak a lot about patience on your page.
hmm
What does patience actually look like now compared to 6 months ago?
Um, One of the big things is like the only way that I could not trade for a day was if I just didn't get on the chart.
Mm.
But but now I can watch price action for an hour and a half.
Mm.
It's not, it's still not super easy,
Right.
but it's way easier than it was before.
Right.
So I think patience for me looks like that's the biggest one for me. That's the most important one for me because one of the I feel like the biggest hurdles that I still need to jump over is like recognizing that price action is just bad for the day and not taking a trade. Have I done it a few times? Yeah, but there's still some days where it's like, you knew the market wasn't going to deliver on that trade. Like I knew that and I could tell that. So there are a lot of days now where I can watch and not execute, but there's still those days where it's like, maybe it will.
Mm.
So I think, yeah, I just not letting the chart control me in that way.
Hmm.
I think that's what patience looks like.
So tell me, what's one bad habit that you still feel like you're trying to break?
That one, recognizing that price action is bad and not taking a trade. I
What do
don't
you
FOMO, which
primarily
is
trade?
crazy. I trade MES only futures.
Okay.
Yeah. I used to trade MEQ. No, it's way too volatile for me.
Yeah, that's super aggressive during New York session. And you only trade New York
Yeah.
session?
Yeah, right now, yeah.
Whew. Yeah, that's aggressive right there. I was like, I
Yeah.
tried to mess with it before, but wait, that's sucker there moves.
And I started there
Yeah.
because the mentor that I was working, well, the second mentor that I had, because I've had 3 mentors.
Mm-hmm.
The second one that I had, he traded NQ.
Hmm.
So I started there, which I'm actually grateful for because I started trying something really hard.
Yeah.
So now I've moved to something that's much easier.
Right.
And I feel like NQ has made ES not a cakewalk because it's still hard, but
Right.
in comparison, it's much easier for me to handle. Even during New York, I can handle ES better than I can
It's like
handle.
the moves are a bit more digestible.
Yeah, and levels hold better. Like NQ, it'll fly through your level.
Yeah.
Like expeditiously. You ain't even get a chance to think about what was happening.
Yeah.
Especially like around like 9:30, 9:40. You better not be in the trade at 9:30. It'll
Man.
be over with.
So like tell me about a time that you've blown an account, because we all been through the moment when we've blown an account, but not specifically when you've blown an account, but when you've blown an account and it made you question whether you should even keep going.
Mm, I got a few of those. But so I've only passed one eval, by the way, so
Okay.
far. And it was the one that I passed. So
Yeah.
I passed my eval. And because it was my first time passing the eval, I didn't know about a buffer. I didn't know I needed a buffer.
Yeah. Yeah.
So after I passed the eval, I'm just thinking like, okay, everything after here, I can request a payout.
Right.
Yeah, okay. So it was a 25K account, so I only needed a $1,500 buffer. So
Yeah.
once I realized I needed that buffer, I'm like, we about to try to make this today.
Yeah. Yeah. You're gonna try to knock it out the park.
So what's crazy is, this is what's crazy. It was a Friday. I probably took about 7 or 8 trades. But
Dang.
wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I was on the right side of all 8 of those trades.
Wow.
I got my buffer up to like $1,520. So I'm like, on Monday, I'm about to come in here, and then now whatever I make, I can request a pay.
Yeah.
Blew the account on Monday. Everything gone.
Oh, dang.
Everything was gone.
Confidence was
And
way up
it was
there.
because Friday was so good.
Yeah,
And then again, because I'm new, I'm not knowing that wasn't me. That was just it was a really good volume day. And every move that showed up was playing out because there was a lot of volume in the market.
Yep.
I'm not knowing that. I'm thinking it's me. Oh, I figured this out. I got the crystal ball. Like I was on the right side of all of those trades. I was on the right side of all of those trades. That's never happened to me before.
Wow.
Never. And it ain't happened since then either.
Damn. And so what made you come back the next day? that Tuesday?
You know what? I took a couple days
You
off.
took a couple.
I came back.
Yeah,
I probably came back Thursday.
yeah.
What made me come back? I think just because I had been doing it so long at that point, and even before that, I had already decided that I'm not stopping this until it works. Like I'm not gonna stop. I had already decided I wasn't gonna stop,
Right.
and I you can't make permanent decisions based on temporary emotions.
Right.
So even though that hurt a lot. One day I'm gonna get over it. So I'm gonna take as many days off as I need to get over it. And I guess it took me 2 days. But man, that hurt
Yeah,
my
right
feelings.
back to it. Yep.
That hurt my feelings.
Oh man, glutton for pain, man. Like,
Yep. Came right back. Margaret put me in a chokehold.
so I wanted to ask you about a post that had me cracking up. This was the post that initially made me follow you and be like, man, I got to
Okay.
have her on the show. You said, how do y'all even post on a losing day? Because when I lose, ain't shit to talk about.
Nothing.
Tell me, where did that post come from? And did you expect
You know
it
what's
to
crazy?
resonate with so many traders?
You know what's crazy? And it coincides with exactly what I said.
Yeah.
I won that day.
Right. So you made
Because
a post. Because if you would have lost.
Because if I had lost that day, I wasn't making that post.
Yeah.
So look, if you don't see me post for a few days, just know it ain't looking good over here.
Yeah. You got a couple of red days hanging around.
If it ain't nothing coming off my page, that means it ain't looking good.
Man.
I don't know. Like and I know they say the best loser wins, and I am working on being a better loser. Take my L, get off the chart, and just be done with it. But like you said, I'm a human, and it hurts. It just hurts, and I don't know. I don't like to talk when I'm hurt because I might say something crazy.
I dig that. Why do you
And I'm from Chicago, so I got a bad mouth.
Why do you think people only post on green days?
Because I think it's hard to be vulnerable. I think it's hard to be vulnerable. It's easy to talk about the good stuff, but it's and two, now this is if you have rules and you're following your rules. Just because the trade didn't play out doesn't mean you did anything wrong. But I think before people get there, and speaking for myself, before I got to the place where I did have a system, I would feel dumb, or I would feel like I did something wrong. And I don't know, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it. Like,
Yeah.
still, I don't want to talk about it. Even if I did, now maybe once I'm more like comfortable in my system, because it's still new.
Right.
Once I'm more comfortable in my system, it'll be easier for me to talk about my losses. But right now, because I'm still like making tweaks, I don't know if it was the market or if it was me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I don't know. That's hard to admit sometimes.
And like, do you think that showing bad days actually helps traders more than showing the wins?
Yeah, I do think that. I learned that not from posting, but I learned that with the third mentor that I had. The third mentor that I had, he actually trades Forex, but he didn't talk to me about strategies at all. He was the one that helped me understand the importance of journaling. And there was one session where we had where we were going over trades. And at first, because he doesn't know what trades I took, so at first I was only showing him the trades that I won. And then he asked me, he's like, now I know you done took some losing trades. He's like, let's go over those. And it was hard to hear some of the things that he was saying, but I needed to hear the things that he was saying.
Right.
And after And after I realized like how many changes I was able to make based off of just hearing about myself, him telling me about myself,
Mm-hmm.
I was able to make changes after that. And he couldn't critique me if I wasn't giving him anything to critique.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I felt like those sessions where I started going over my losing trades were where I learned the most.
Mm.
Um, so yeah, I think we could all learn from losing trades if we study them correctly.
Word up. And like, I wanted to touch on your social media and authenticity, because like I said, that's what's something that made me follow you. Your
Mhm.
content is hilarious because it's so relatable. Is this
Yeah,
intentional or just naturally who you are?
it's naturally who I am. Um, I'm silly. I'm
Yeah.
silly. I like to laugh. And then, like I said, I'm in a customer facing job. So I'm meeting new people all the time.
Mm.
And it's not their job to make the situation comfortable. That's
Right.
my job. It's a part of my job
Right.
to make people comfortable, to get people to let their guard down, to get people to laugh.
Yeah. Yeah.
So along with me building the skill of doing hair, I'm building the skill of talking to people. I'm building the skill of relating to people
Mm.
because I want people to feel comfortable around me. So
Right.
that just naturally it translates into everything that I do now. You know what I mean? I couldn't turn that off if I wanted to.
Mm. And do you ever feel pressure to only post your wins?
Um, no, because I actually don't post my trades.
Mm.
I stopped posting my trades. I think the last time, and it wasn't even a trade. When I started to like get serious about journaling,
Mm-hmm.
I think I posted like maybe 10 journal entries.
Mm-hmm.
And this was in maybe like December or January, but it was like probably about 6 or 7 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
But I've made the decision since then to, and this is another thing, because I feel like profitability is around the corner. I don't want nobody to know how much money I'm making.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, so I've made the conscious
The more
decision
more
to not
success you
talk
have, the
about the
more
money.
quiet you want to be about it.
Correct. So I've made the conscious decision to not talk about the money.
Mm. Mm. And
Yeah.
why do you think authenticity is missing from the trading content? Is missing from trading content in general, just in this space?
Well, I think one of the main reasons is because a lot of people, a lot of people they come into trading because they want to learn. But then I think they quickly realize how much money they can make from selling a course.
Mm.
So because you see it, like whenever you post content or when I post content, I don't even know how to trade. Or like before I knew how to trade, I would have people in my comments saying, "Can you teach me? Can you
Yeah.
teach you what, baby? I don't even know what I'm doing." So I think when people get on the internet and they start posting trading content, they see how, I hate to say this word, but they see how desperately people want to learn how to
Yeah.
trade.
Yeah.
And they see like, oh, I can make some money like
Right.
this.
Right.
So I think that they're going to post their wins or even some paper trade wins. But again, to an ignorant person, they don't know what they're looking at. And I think once people come into the space and they see all these dollar signs, um, the inauthentic is the authenticity is gone because now they're just looking for a way to make money. They're looking for a way to hustle people. So yeah, let me just post my wins so people can think that I win all the time. I'm green, green, green. I was profitable in 2 days and build a course around it and sell it. So I really think that's the biggest thing. It's just people looking to make money from Discord memberships or selling courses. I think that's what it is.
Mm. And what would be a version of yourself from a year ago you'd be surprised to see today?
Um, the one that journals, I still don't like journaling. I like to be able to look back at my journals,
Yeah.
but
But
I
you don't
don't
like the
like doing
process of actually doing it because it's tedious work.
it. It is, and I
Yeah.
don't like doing it. But when I go back and I look and I get to see all of those screens because I screenshot the trade
Right.
and I put it on the page. So to be able to go back and just see the visual image of the trade, that helps me a lot. But I
Yeah.
don't like doing it.
Yeah.
But I do it anyway because I know it helps.
And try recording your screen and
Okay.
in the moment while you're in the trade, and then you watch it back, speed up the playback, and watch it play out in a high speed. Especially
Mm,
like if you in the trade over like 5-10 minutes, then you watch it
uh-huh.
play out in high speed, and it helps your mind to process those patterns a bit faster. So when you're seeing it in real time and it's moving a lot slower, you're able to pick up on it quicker.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That's something that made a difference for me. But I also use
Uh-huh.
the DOM as well. So I'm trading order flow, and I'm seeing what's happening at every single price level. So when I record my screen and then watch the playback in high speed, it helps me to be able to see those small things that I don't even think about when price is moving slower.
Mm-hmm. What do you trade?
I trade gold. I trade
Okay.
futures to gold.
Ooh,
Yeah. So you said, oh no.
gold done took me out before.
Yeah, I
I
love
backed
gold.
away slowly. Like you got it, gold. You got it.
Yeah, it can be reckless, but yeah, that's I got a love-hate relationship with gold. So
Yeah.
so like have you become more patient in life because of trading?
I try to be. And it's funny, I think about it when I'm driving.
Mhm.
I'll be behind somebody going slow and I will want to get out from behind them and I'll stay behind them on purpose
Yeah.
just to make myself wait,
Yeah. Yeah.
just to
Like
get
you
used to wait. And I'm really thinking about trading while I'm driving. Like, no, I'm gonna stay behind
Yeah, yeah.
because I need to learn how to wait. That's the one, I mean, I'm trying in other
Right.
places,
Right.
but that's the one that I really do that on a daily basis. Like, no, I'm gonna stay behind them just because what I'm working
Man. And like what's been the hardest mental hurdle to overcome in the process?
for. Uh, the time
Mhm.
that it would take.
Yeah.
Because like I said in the beginning, I just had this idea that it wasn't gonna take that long. Like in 6 months, I'll be fine. I'll be able to create money out of thin air in 6 months. And like I said, once I got to that 6 month mark and it wasn't happening,
Mhm.
I feel like every day beyond that, I was uh, more realistic.
Right.
I became more realistic, but
Right. Right.
I was time did that for me. There was There was nothing that anybody could have told me that would make me understand that. Time had to do that for me.
Hmm. So
But yeah,
like
the hurdle was just realizing that it would take a while, and just being okay with however long it takes.
right. Right. And so like in this section here, I got some rapid fire questions. So
Okay,
these questions that I ask you, just answer the first thing comes off your mind. First thing comes to mind, just quick as possible.
okay.
First question: coffee or energy drinks?
Coffee,
New York session or London session?
New York,
One contract or full send?
one.
Revenge trading or walk away?
Ugh, walk away.
Fa- Favorite trading snack?
Favorite trading snack? Coffee.
Hmm. One indicator you couldn't live without.
I don't use indicators.
Naked trading. I respect it. Biggest pet peeve in trading.
Oh, I don't know. I can't do that one fast. I don't know.
Most
I
expensive.
gotta think about that one. Put that one at the end.
Okay. So most expensive trading lesson.
Real money, a band.
Man.
Ooh, that hurt.
And
And that was an option.
oh man. And one word that describes your trading journey thus far.
Rocky.
Rocky. Okay. So what was it? Biggest pet peeve in trading?
I really don't know that one. I don't have one. Not that I can think of.
I
Like
think
a pet peeve for me or like other people.
this is a pet peeve for you. Something that just really works your nerves.
I guess those the one tick stop loss. Like it's when it goes
Oh
right
man.
past your stop loss.
It then takes off.
Oh my God, that's happened to me. That happened to me like this week and last week.
Yeah. I hate that. And then especially if you're trying to go through the day taking one trade only.
You know what it is? Trump tweets. That's my biggest pet peeve.
Trump tweets. Yes.
That's my biggest pet peeve.
Trump
'Cause
be
them
fucking up
long
everybody's
handles,
money.
and it only take 1 minute.
Yeah.
But what's crazy? Oh my God, it happened last week and it happened this week.
Yeah.
Both of them were in the direction that I thought the market was gonna go, and I got kicked out right before that.
Dang.
Both times. And as soon as I got kicked out, 1 minute was all it took to go to my full TP. 1 minute. That's my pet peeve. Trump tweets.
Trump tweets. Dig
Yes.
it. I dig it. So like I wanted to take a second to give you a chance to give advice to new traders, because even though you feel like you still new, I feel like you this conversation has been wonderful. I know it's going to add value to other traders that are trying to find their way. If someone listening is working a regular job and trying to learn trading after work like you are, what would you tell them?
I would say there's a saying about being smart versus being wise. Being smart is learning from your own mistakes. Being wise is learning from the mistakes of others. And when I got into this game, I'm not gonna say I was a know-it-all, but I just didn't. But I didn't believe a lot of the stuff that people told me. So anybody that's getting into this game, I would tell them, find an experienced trader to learn from. And even if it's not a strategy that you're getting from them, if it's not a mentorship, maybe you don't want to go that route. But like the psychology part of trading is so extremely important. It's more important than finding the strategy. Like it's more important than anything, in my opinion. So when you hear profitable traders telling you about patience and telling you about proper risk management, and even though none of that stuff has to do with a dollar amount, it's way more important than any dollar amount.
For real.
If you focus on that more than you focus on how much money you want to make, I think you can get there faster. I know that is hard, but when somebody is telling you that, listen to them, because there's no way around it. There's no way around it. There's no strategy that's going to keep you from managing your risk. There's no strategy that's going to keep you from like that. Trader psychology is more important than anything. And when people tell you that, listen to them. That's the biggest thing I would say. If I feel like if I had listened when people told me that and really took heed to that, I'm not gonna say I would be profitable right now, but I just don't think I would have been on that hamster wheel so long.
Yeah. And like, what's one mistake you wish someone would have warned you about?
trading options. Those options contracts
Yeah.
versus a futures contract, that's like you ever trade. You know what SPX is?
I know what it is. I've heard of it, but I never traded it. I never fooled with it.
Extremely volatile. Like I feel like it's the difference between SPX and I don't know what contract moves really slow.
Like
Copper or something.
yeah.
Yeah, something that moves like that. That's the difference between the options
Like
contract
corn.
and a
I know
futures
a dude that
contract.
trades corn on futures, and he trades it
Yeah,
for one tick. He'll get one tick and he'll
very small.
get.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's the difference between an options contract and a futures contract. And I just feel like obviously it's not impossible because some people do it. But I
Right.
feel like to come off the streets and go straight into options trading, oh my God. No. No, I
Yeah.
don't think I should have done that. I feel like options is best for like long term plays. Like if you're doing leaps or swing trading, I feel like options are great for that. But
Mm.
options every day, 0 day expiration day, oh my God, no. I wish somebody would have told me don't do that. Do not do that.
Yeah.
Not with the money that I had. Like,
And what's one thing that you're proud of, even though you aren't where you want to be?
the psychology part of it, like my risk, the amount of contracts I buy is my dollar amount that I'm willing to risk is consistent across every trade.
Mm-hmm.
And I have seen a low win rate and I'm still green over the course of the account. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Even with a low win rate.
Right.
Because I'm so consistent with the position sizing.
That's
I had
great.
no idea that was a thing.
Yeah.
So to see that, like, I don't even need a high win rate if I'm controlling myself in the way that I need to. And I did not know that. And I wouldn't have believed it if somebody told me.
If you over 30%, you're extremely profitable.
I see.
Yeah.
I see that now. And like
Yeah.
I said, I know to your point earlier, like it's the summertime. Price action is not ideal.
Right.
But I feel like once I get through this, I'm going to start to see a shift. Cause I'm holding my own in this price action. I don't know how I'm doing this. I don't know how I'm doing
Nice.
this.
And you have to keep in mind, this is the Trump administration. This market is not moving like it was.
And that's all. And see, all I know is the Trump administration.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get out of this.
Yeah.
Cause this is all I know.
Yeah. See, it's like during Biden's administration, you could actually hold a trade for a trend, that would happen because people had a sense of stability. You know what I mean? So people could plan out prices and things that are going to happen in markets that's going to play out in a longer term. With Trump, you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So anything can happen to shift the market and change how the volatility is moving for the day.
Yeah. I made a post about that on my second page that I sent you, my hair page.
Yeah.
I made a post about that a while ago. I said, I'm so used to trading in this Trump market that I thrive in chop. Trending markets scare me.
Really?
Because I ain't never seen them before.
Markets. I love trending.
I ain't never seen them before. All I know is reversals.
Yeah.
All I know is reversals because of Trump. I wouldn't know what to do with a trend.
Yeah, Trump has really been working my nerves this year because I'm a trend trader and I hate to chop. This is like this market is a scalper's paradise.
Yeah.
So you get in and get out quick.
Yeah. And that's what it's doing, is building a lot of scalpers. Even long-term holders is like, if I want to be in the market, I have to adjust.
Right. And that's one thing I've learned over time, man. You always have to be willing to adjust because the market is not going to move like it did. It's not going to move the same way every day. and it's not going to move the same way it did 6 months from now, so it's always evolving, and you have to be able to adapt and change to whatever the market is giving you for the day.
Yeah. I'm seeing that now.
So
but like I said, I love it though.
Yeah. If we had this conversation again in 1 year, what do you hope has changed?
That I get a payout.
You gonna get it. It's coming.
I ain't got one payout yet.
Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah, I would say that, because you know how people have that canon event where they like, I made this much money in one day and that's how I knew it was real.
Yeah.
I still haven't had that moment.
Right. It's not real till it hits your bank account.
Right. I've been in this for so long because I've seen what it's done for other people. It ain't done nothing for me yet. So I'm excited, and I think a year from now, I would hope that it has done something for me financially.
Yeah.
That's the hope.
Nice. And finally, where can everyone find you at?
So the new page that I created specifically for trading, look, it's so new, I don't even know. I think it's Darlene.entrepreneur.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's it.
Right.
And then, if you live in Georgia and you need your hair done, Darlene K.
Nice.
Darlene_K.
Cool. And that's in Atlanta area?
About 20 minutes from Atlanta. It's called Roswell, Georgia.
Cool. Nice. Mm-hmm. So like something I want to touch on before I let you go is you said that you're still figuring trading out, and a lot of people almost didn't come on the podcast because they thought that they weren't successful enough. Why do you think that it's important for people to hear from someone who's still in the middle of their journey like yourself, instead of only hearing from people who've already made it, per se?
Because there's a lot more people that are right here than there are people on the other side. I think the pool of people like me is huge.
Yeah.
And I think that there's some people who are right here and they feel like they're doing everything right, but they're not seeing the money from it yet. So they may be in a place where they're thinking about quitting. And I do think that this is probably where a lot of people quit. So I would say it's important for that reason, because it's a very relatable spot to be in.
Yeah. Indeed, man. Darlene, it has been a wonderful conversation. I've really enjoyed having you on. Your realness, your authenticity, and just a bright perspective, So I'm rooting for you. I'm watching your growth, So hopefully in the future we can have you back on to give an update, and you can talk about them payouts that you about to get. You know what I'm talking
about? Okay. Money bag. Look, I'm not gonna tell y'all how much money I'm making, but there will be times.
It's gonna be like what's that post everybody posted? Don't ask for no money.
Okay. And don't. I don't know nobody.
Yeah.
I don't know nobody.
So guys,
but it's been a pleasure. It's been a great conversation. I appreciate you having me on.
For sure. Indeed. So I'm going to make sure I put all your links down below so everybody can follow you, get in touch with you, get some game, cause you never know, man. You drop some value today, and I'm pretty sure you're going to have even more value to add by the time this episode actually drops,
Okay.
So guys, thanks for tuning in to the NOFOMO Podcast, where we discuss keeping it cool and adapting to today's ever-changing markets. If you have enjoyed this episode, make sure that you hit that like and subscribe button so that you don't miss out on the future drops. We've got plenty more insight coming your way. And until next time, stay focused, stay disciplined, and remember, when it comes to trading, the best mindset to keep is no FOMO, man. All right? Y'all be cool, and we catch you on the next one.